Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution. Monster on the mic, I feel like hip-hop then adopted me. You pussy niggas shook, you let them turn this to a mockery. I give a fuck about their recognition. I'm trying to spit the fucking truth, somebody get the message. These politics, they overstate the obvious. They shooting like Stoyakovich, it's war on every continent. Deeper than you know, I'm what you hate if you the government. Young black with heart, I put a hex on the establishment. Niggas playing patty cake and I was trying to regulate. A lot of them I emulate, but none of them I demonstrate. Hip-hop will never need a eulogy. They give us 10%, they trying to take away gratuity. Work for what you want, I learned that shit from fucking Aubrey. And she ain't never lied, I told her this was nothing new to me. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go. I roll up, they say the city
Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. It's MonDave. I had to work today, but I'm here for you anyway. It's MonDave. We're trying to get back to the full-on consistency. Thank you, Real Talk, Metaphor Messiah, for bringing us in, as always. Trying to get back to the full-on consistency. I'd like to get back to 5 days a week, and we're trying to go to the 10 o'clock time slot. That is the goal. That is where we're going to be very soon. I'd say within the next week or 2 weeks. And the reality is, I was like, I could have went at 10 tonight, but then I was like, do I want to go at 10 tonight? Mondays are always going to be tricky because I do want to do Raw, but I want to talk about this Tommy thing. Look, I've known Tommy for over 15 fucking years, okay? We started Shot from the Point together. Anything that ever concerns him, anything that ever concerns the fate of Shot from the Point or anything that's going on with that, I'm always going to have an interest. That is known the guy forever, and it's incredible the things this man gets himself into. We're going to talk about the whole situation with Keem. Jesus, man. Keem really just constantly just shows who the fuck he is. And then we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about everything else that's happening there. I also want to talk about the fucking Coffeezilla Logan Paul lawsuit. I got Coffeezilla's video that he put up earlier today because I heard about the lawsuit a couple weeks ago, but Coffeezilla hadn't said too much. Well, he says about 20 minutes worth now, and let me tell you, he ain't scared. So we'll talk about that as well. We got a lot of different things to go over, and really just, yeah, we got a bunch of things. We'll get into the Keemstar, the Lolcow Live thing. They're live right now, Lolcow Live, looking for a new host. I tried to watch it. Look, the reality is, I never watched Lolcow. I don't care. I hate Boogie. I've never been a fan of Keem. Keem can be funny, but I don't watch Keem's content because he's Keem. He just does too much shit that he can't. There's no separation, you know. It's like it's very difficult to even be happy about things that involve Keem. You know, it's a very funny. Funnily enough, I remember when Keem and Tommy first clashed, when the Tommy NC 2010 thing was going on, and he was just starting. I had a dude who was like a friend and co-host. Sometimes the motherfucker will still show up every so often and act like he still wants to do something. Too tall. A buddy of mine at the time, he hits me up and he's like, do you know who your buddy's getting in bed with? And I'm like, no. Like, I do not know who this dude is at all. I have never heard of Keemstar. And that was true. I had never heard of him up to that point. And Too Tall was like, he's pretty much the fucking worst. And I didn't even know Sal was doing it. It'll last for about 2 seconds. It's about as unsurprising as it gets. Keemstar is a perfect Lolcow considering he's turning into one. He's not turning into one. He's always been one. Keem has been a Lolcow since the fucking Alex is an N-word shit. He's an idiot. I mean, like, this dude is constantly getting himself into situations, constantly overblowing things, constantly freaking out, spazzing out, he can't keep a show together. He has crazy fucking power dynamic issues. He has to be in control. This dude is, he just blows shit up over ego. He just blows shit up over ego. Yeah, he's not. Shut up. The Oreo, you're done. Remember when Keem argued with the soundboard on your show? That was amazing. And that's always great about Keem is that he's fairly stupid. Great businessman. He can make money, sure. He's not a fucking genius. Oh my God. Horrible. We'll get into all that throughout the course. We got a lot to get into. We got Discord open as well. If you want to get in the waiting to call, priority to waiting call, feel free to do so. Funny little life story today. I know they're holding auditions. It's going horrible. I couldn't watch it. I tried to watch it. Tried. Did my damnedest. I'm like, all right, I should probably try to watch this shit. No. It's so bad. It's just a bad show. It was always a bad show. Tommy does his best that he can with that shit, but what can you do? Tommy was if you want to talk about the blueprint of how to deal with a situation, Tommy is that's it. How he dealt with this is exactly how you want it. It's because we've been through this shit before. He's been through it with Keem. We've seen it all happen. He knows exactly what to expect. He's also in a different position in his life now. When it first all happened, he was not even new to YouTube, but so small. There's a very small following. Now, yeah, it's different. He will still call himself small, but the numbers that Tommy and Chopping the Point get now are awesome, and they're continuing to go up all the time. And it's because he plays the situations the way he does. Everyone who's looking at this if you're looking at it rationally, and you're still supporting Lolcow because you find him entertaining, go the fuck ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you look at the situation rationally, it's like, how the hell does, in the past 5 weeks, does it go from Keemstar quitting, Boogie being fired, being admonished and just completely beaten up over the fact that he fakes cancer, he scams his fucking fans. By the way, did you guys see the crypto crash earlier today? Yeah. This guy's a fucking hero. Oh my God. But yet, all those things are okay, and everything else that Boogie continues to do over the course of just his existence, suicide baiting, everything else that he does. It's almost comical to go through it. We're going to go through Willie Mac's video as well, because Willie does Willie things. Willie is just once again doing Willie things, and it's awesome. So we're going to get in it, but there's just so much. But how do you go from that, Keem quitting and Boogie being fired, to Boogie being, it's like, is everyone stupid? It's like, they openly slap the shit out of your intelligence. Look, they didn't want anyone talking about this. I think very simply, I guess we'll just start talking a little bit about it now. We'll get to the other stories in a little bit. I think very simply, they didn't want anybody fucking jeopardizing what was a work and what wasn't a work, because it's very clear that they were organizing something. Like, they organized something with these things. I'm not going to sit here and say that Keem was telling Boogie to do stupid shit, but he's certainly not discouraging him. There's no real discouragement. It's, this dude is turning into anything for views. He's like, Boogie is found the last way to make money is utter and sheer desperation. Utter and sheer desperation. He's doing anything he can to find any semblance of relevance, any type of, it's really just money. Let's fucking be honest right there. It's just money. The more money he can get, the better it can be. But this was Keemstar's show. It always was. Anytime the cows were doing anything, Keem had to make it about himself. Keem would go live about himself. He'd go live without the Lolcows, be criticized for going live without the cows. It just doesn't even make sense. Like, Keem cannot get out of his own way, but he doesn't need to, because he's already won. It's like, he doesn't look at he doesn't need any of this. He doesn't need to try to resurrect Boogie. He doesn't need to try to do any of these things. He doesn't need the money. He does it because he wants to. That's why he can abandon them so quickly as well. That's why he can make the changes that he makes so quickly, so easily, because he's just doing this shit. He's just having fun with it. I think he cares. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's without care because of that. It's just what he wants to do. There's no need to do it. Boogie is, I don't know, man. I've gotten very bad vibes out of Boogie for I've never been a fan. You know, I didn't like his Francis shtick. I don't like that he seems like a gigantic grift. There's nothing about the guy that I've ever truly liked. There's nothing that I've respected about him outside of just being, you know, an OG legend with the Francis bit. But everything about him, there's really hasn't been much to fucking write home about. You know what I mean? It's not a shock to me that this whole shares thing was bullshit. It's not what shares. Keem's not giving any fucking fair equity to anybody. Like when I heard somebody say something about 25% that everybody was on the same. Never. Keem would never allow that to happen. He would never allow that to happen. And Tommy said this on his stream the other day. The only way he would allow that to happen is if the person that he's doing it with was his size, had his type of money. It's the only way. Because he can't help himself. What's up, TKO Rising? See you up in there, Nick. The Oreo, they split 25% net profits. How can anyone believe Keem would be dumb enough to give those two idiots controlling shares? Come on, man. Yeah, net profits. Boogie Cancer Saga was semi-scripted as confirmed by Tommy by fake firing him in the fake shares. The fake firing, like it really bothers me. I'm not a big fan of clickbait. I'm just not. I never have been. I get that you got to do it. I do it sometimes. You got to do it. I'm just not a fan of it. I just never have been. I don't know why. Just like, I think you should have some sort of an idea what you're getting into, like when you click on a thing, because then there's no plausible deniability. If you have something that's not really as advertised and then the person clicks in, you can't go, well, you clicked on my face. Now you gave me a false reason to do so, you know? But let's see. Basketters got to go. See ya. The VODs. Have a good show. See you later, Basket. See ya. Let's be real, Keem is shyster. Keem is just Keem. You know, it's the trippy. It's just nothing has changed with this guy. Nothing has changed with this guy. I'm a little surprised to which the lengths he's going to milk this situation. None of it really made sense. Like he would continue to, like every episode is the end, Boogie's punishment, blah blah blah. It's like. I'm just shocked people gave as fuck as much as they did, but I guess I shouldn't be at this point. Boogie has been pretty much called deplorable by everybody, yet, you know, he's still able to garner the crowd that he can at times. But my worry is when this goes away. Because it's gonna. Like, they're either going to piss enough people off with this Tommy situation, because even when Keem wins, he can never stop. You know, he will go over the line. He will push it too far because he can't stop. So I don't know why it was necessary to get rid of Tommy. That was the thing that I'm confused with, because the NDA makes absolutely no sense. And nothing about anybody. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. I'm trying to figure out, like, the NDA, nobody is signing that NDA, like, unless they have no self-respect, no morals. Like, I don't know. I feel that's way too controlling of an NDA. It doesn't seem like a standard anything to me. And I don't blame Tommy for wanting just one line. Why cover anything else? It's just... To me, it seemed very clear that Boogie is very much in the Lolcow. He's invested. He needs this podcast to keep going. He needs for the money to keep rolling in. But I wasn't expecting him to want to be the spotlight. It seemed like he didn't like that. He was, you know, crying, suicide baiting, all this type of shit. The next thing you know, and then he's trying to oust Tommy. And that didn't seem genuine. Nothing about it seems genuine. But, you know, what are you going to do? Keem was looking for a reason. 100%. 100%. But I'm trying to figure out why. After all these years, you know, Keem and Tommy have been able to coexist, you know, way better than I ever thought they would be able to. Because this is where Tommy and I are different. If I know you don't like me and I really don't like you, I'm not going to fuck with you. I might work with you a little bit if we're in the same sphere. Sure. You know, maybe guest on here, but getting financially in bed with you, especially when you're, that would be a very hard thing for me. Tommy is a bigger person when it comes to that. He's able to kind of put that ego aside and just whatever, and then that's fantastic. I just would not be able to work with a guy like him. I just wouldn't be able to. You can't be under that thumb. His track record is too vast. I'm just trying to figure out why he has to continue to just go. Apparently, he was trying to get Tommy fired months ago. Nick has done a great job of chronicling all this. Yeah, I have attempted to walk the lines between right in the middle of opposing sides with people I care about and stuff. I have not been very successful. Nick has been very successful with this situation for as long as it's gone on and for as close as he is with Keem and Tommy. This is a really good summation. Hold on. It would help to actually have there you go. This is a really good summation of what happened pretty much. Planned stream for Sunday with Tommy, Boogie, and Wings. Tommy agrees and makes plans with his family for Saturday night. Boogie fires up a horrendous impromptu Saturday stream with the clear intention to fuck Tommy. Keem, Wings, and Boogie performatively ask, "Where's Tommy?" when they knew the stream was planned for Sunday. Keem fires Tommy on Sunday morning after he successfully defended himself and won the chat, Discord, Reddit, Twitter, replies, and comments section. Cows end up missing the originally scheduled Sunday stream. Keemstar posted Discord saying they might miss tomorrow too. Tommy was supposed to drop his family activity, impossible by the way, to join Boogie on an impromptu Saturday stream designed to blame him for all the show's failures out of nowhere, but the cows get 2 days to respond to Tommy. I thought their whole thing was firing up streams. The fix is hidden. I've never seen someone go out of their way this hard to fuck their own podcast and then blame everyone else for it, wanting to see it fail. Yeah, it's unbelievable. A good Lolcow Live creates good content for the entire ecosystem. They are just acting childish. I couldn't agree with that more. Like it seems the way they're going about it feels manufactured, whether it is or not. And I don't think that the audience is going to be down with that for the long term. They want to see, these guys are naturally fucking Lolcows. There's something, even Tommy has a way with his anger and stuff to just, you can laugh with or at Tommy at any time. Wings and Boogie are a little bit less of a line. You just laugh at these motherfuckers constantly because of who they are and their track records and what they've done and what they continue to do. Wings, for his benefit, I would say, is probably the most straightened up of the bunch at this point, but he's still a D-Gen too, I don't know. I also am not a big fan of the bootlicking with those two. It feels like, but I also understand their perspective of wanting to keep this show together, because at the age, and we're all a bunch of old men, luckily I think all of them are older than me, especially Tommy significantly. But we're all old men, and I have any success, minor as it may have been, that I've had on this platform. I've always been very appreciative for it because old men don't get this type of success prolonged very often, especially what they're doing. The little piddly piss bullshit I've done, what they're doing, they've made real money, so to keep that going would be paramount at this age and desperation level, especially in Boogie's corner. Keem is probably the biggest Lolcow of all of them when you think about it. He may not be as performative and insane as Boogie, but Keem orchestrates all this. He brings all of this together. He finds the most fucked up people sometimes and just it's crazy. It's just Keem is a Lolcow. The history is there because Tommy stood up for Keem during the Attica situation with Ethan. Keem knew that Boogie thing was gonna poofers. But that's on the positive. They've had a longer history than even that. But this doesn't make sense. Keem knew the Boogie thing was going to run its course. Keem had to create more drama, so he fired Tommy. But that's short term. Like, unfortunately, Tommy is still the smallest of all of those guys. Firing Tommy for that reason doesn't make sense to me, because it's only going to create so much of a drama. In fact, all it's really done is get a lot of unsubscriptions for people who are loyal to Tommy, or who were only there for Tommy, So I don't know. I don't think that would be a good reason to because Keem knows that Boogie's not going to stop. He's also going to make sure of it. And right now, there's a lot of people who want to be a part of it who are just look at the people who are auditioning. I've watched as much as I can of it. I've tried to sit through some of it. It's fucking brutality Klitschko, boys. It's rough. Yeah, some of these guys can't even fucking communicate. It's some fucked up shit. Holy hell. Because Keem wanted to be the normal guy, and with Tommy on there, Keem's BS started to make him look like a Lolcow himself. But he always was. Keem always was. You were right about Deadpool. Wolverine was great. Scheme star. Has anyone ever said that? Kind of proud of that. I'm sure they've said it, but you should still have a golf clap for yourself. Also, if you want to sound off at anything in this situation or any other things that are going on, we got a lot. I haven't even gotten into any of the videos yet. We got a lot of stuff to get into. Feel free to get into the Discord. Feel free to get into the Discord. Yeah, we got the priority waiting call open if you're subbed, membership, and all that good stuff, or regular waiting call. You're welcome for the golf clap. The show is going to end like Salvin Keem show. Keem going to try to push it more and more until the show blows up. Same exact problem. Well, that's just Keem. He never knows when to quit. He never knows when to leave well enough alone. It's always got to be more. It's always got to be bigger. It's always got to be, but it's not bigger in the good way. It's not like it's crazy. It's like, oh, this fire's great. Let's throw some fucking jet fuel on it. And it's like, burn more. Oh, look, it's bigger fire, good. Bigger fire, good. Look how much attention this fire got. Make a bigger fire, bigger attention. Oh, no, I don't have the water to put this out now. Eventually that's what happens. We'll take a moment away from the Local Live just to bring you your daily Deadpool. We are still doing any donations and love and subs and all that. We're doing your messages right here with Deadpool. If you haven't seen Deadpool, go see it. I went into the theater. I was almost so embarrassed that I keep going back that I didn't even tell you guys last night. I went to the theater again. Went and saw Deadpool, Wolverine for the third time. I also may have found a way to see it more. And I see it a lot. It's amazing. I love the movie so much. I'm probably going to do a video on it. I took Deadpool with me to the movie last night and ate popcorn out of him. He was great. He was great. Absolutely love him. I think I'm going to do a video because I'm seeing so much, and there's so many stories to tell about this movie. Like all the character choice decisions, the castings, some of the connections, the people that Ryan Reynolds brought into the movie as extras, and all these other things. Just there's a lot of really cool little stories, even about the music acquisition rights. There's so many things. So definitely going to be doing a video on it very, 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 very soon. I also got another video I'm going to be doing before we get back into all the things. And I do got a lot of stories and stuff to talk about. Feel free to ask any questions. I am going to, for the first time since I'd say 2010, I'm going to be having an MRE. And this Marine who walked into my pawn shop said, hey, I want to sell a box of MREs. I was like, hell yeah, I want a box of MREs. I love MREs. Yay, yay. Let's fucking go. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to sell it. I'm like, you prick. But I'm going to give you one. And I said, give me chili mac. He said, okay. Fucker brought me chili with beans. That's not chili mac. I mean, he's a Marine. I get what I get. But what I want to do, this is the new 2024 model. I haven't had one in a very long time. So I am going to do a video on this. I am going to see if I still like MREs, and I'm going to try and just give my old soldier review of the new MREs. So that'll be a lot of fun. Dave, the car scene was legit my favorite monologue ever. You can see the emotion damage in the Deadpool mask. It's amazing. Like, and throughout the entire movie, you can see his eyes emote. And like, I love Ryan Reynolds throughout the course of this flick, just because when he gets that costume on, the way he emotes with his eyes and his face, from, you know, when he's talking about the middle, your clothes say middle management, but your eyes say fucky. His eyes get big when it's awesome. And when he's hurt, it's even better. When Wolverine cuts into him like that in that fucking Honda Odyssey. That car scene is one of my favorite scenes of all time. So good. So there's a whole channel that opens and tries these. It's awesome. Yes. Yeah, I can't wait to try this one. It's going to be good. Josh Lyons, how you doing, buddy? Isn't there a few movies? Oh, there are. There are 3 now. If a movie in 2024 gives me the opportunity to sing I'm With You by Avril Lavigne, it's automatic win in my playbook. In my book, there's a lot of singable songs in Deadpool Wolverine. Holy God. And you know what? Because I can never stop. Or is it? There it is. I have a Deadpool Wolverine story. This is the guy who did the dance. This is a video. I believe this is the video of him auditioning. This is the audition tape that he eventually sends in to win the role to be the Deadpool dancer for the opening scene, the Bye Bye Bye. It's so cool. It's so badass. But you should definitely watch. Go see them. They're amazing. They're absolutely incredible. I love how gay the movie is. Incredibly gay. Deadpool plot absolutely sucked. I don't know if it the first one, but everything they did with Don't Go for the Plot. In this one, I like the stupid plot. They did what they needed. The plot was so funny because of how ridiculous it was. But they also did a good thing. They also do a really good thing of introducing. They did a good job of introducing the anchor bang and showing that timelines can regenerate. So if the movie did anything else other than that, and by the way, I believe there was a deeper meaning to the whole movie too. I think that Ryan Reynolds he co-wrote this movie, and I think this was kind of his way of dealing with the Fox superhero timeline dying. You know, he had a way with the multiverse and prunings of timelines. I think he just put a couple of things together here and was like, you know, my timeline's dying. And he got so emotional a couple of times in this when he was being talked about, like being wanted and finding purpose and not being lost and not being mediocre and all those. When at the beginning of the movie, when Paradox was offering him all this, you could see that, like, he was resolving, and he can do that while still, you know, saying the fuck it Fox joke, you know, suck it Fox joke and everything. But you could tell that there was a deeper meaning to this timeline vanishing. You know, he's very few. The fact that he was able to bring a couple more people with him out of that timeline, yeah, I think even speaks to that. He saved a few people, a few superheroes from extinction almost, because bringing them in after the fact is a little bit harder. Bringing them in now feels like apparently they were trying to get Ghost Rider. So, but anyway, I'll continue to talk about this if I don't stop. So, it's so good. Have you watched any of the promos from a different YouTube channel that Ryan and Hugh did? Yes, absolutely. All right. Yeah, I got a bunch of things here that we'll talk about, obviously. But this is the Willie Mac video. And I mean, he basically made a greatest hits of all of Boogie's fuckery. And there's so much of it. There's the fake. Let's just look at it. Let's look at the wordings. We got intro, car accident, sugar daddy, Reddit victim, hiding behind self-harm. This was one of the most gross ones.
Quite literally the opposite of who and what I am.
YouTubers would come together to make a support group for Boogie, and they all ended up hating him.
I put together.
Why does Willie look more ginger than ever? It's like he no more Willie Mac Wednesdays, and he's become full ginger.
We're
gonna let this stand. You're just gonna let him be a fucking ginger. You're not gonna call him out for this. What the hell is going on? And why does he look anorexic? Someone give him a sandwich.
chat of 50 YouTubers. I'm talking the biggest YouTubers.
We filled it to the max.
Think of the biggest YouTubers in the platform. They were in there. Clown was in there. Chad was in there. And our
If he did.
You're a sick, twisted, manipulated motherfucker that was willing to go and stop criticism on you by threatening to kill yourself. What kind of selfish, manipulating are you? Oh,
One that you'll work with.
iDubbbz, if you make a content cop on me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, you literally said that to him. You said that to all of his friends. You said it to every YouTuber you knew.
Sounds like a guy you should build a show with. We got the fake swatting. Fantastic.
July. Now, one of the visible welfare
He's
checks
ginger. Look at how fucking ginger Willie is. I don't like this. I'm not a fan of how ginger he is. I'm not a fucking fan of this. Look at this. I feel it. And feed him. Someone give him a sandwich, man.
was in November, so this doesn't make sense. Boogie would respond to this saying, must be a mistake on their part. Can you tell me what date it was so I know which November date visit it was and I could ask them about it? Police records are always public, so this is all fishy. Somebody from the Reddit then decided to email the Fayetteville police about it, and they replied,
See, Willie's nicer about it than I'd ever would be. It's amazing.
thank you for your inquiry. No records have ever been purged from our system, and there has never been nor ever will be an understanding with police are dispatched to omit calls from public record. Okay, so he's finally caught. He has no choice but to own up, right? No, it's Boogie. He has to make an even more elaborate lie. Boy, that hate subreddit's gonna wake up to a real banger this morning. So I've always had a bunch of people tweeting at me for attention ever since I talked to that one critic this summer. So I took advantage of that and slipped into DMs a few weeks back and filled one guy up with misinformation I knew he would mix in with the truth. I'm a terrible liar, and reading back it's so cringe. Claimed I dated a 43-year-old woman for almost a year. Said I was writing a book, half true, and all kinds of other stuff. I was hoping it would keep them busy. It sure did. Nobody cares. He's trying to frame himself as a super genius, like he's Yugi Moto laying out these traps. One of the things I said was that I got 2 visits from the cops.
Sukamoto from Golden Kamui, but he wasn't saying that.
In December. That's not much of a lie because I got maybe 4 visits last year. It was actually 3, but what's one more lie? Just shifted the dates around. Video was released. He tweeted, got my account back. For those who doubted the hackers, here's the receipts. It's my login history for this account. Apparently they used MobCrush to spoof to get in. I removed my approved apps. Doubt anyone will care about the truth, but here it is. The attached screenshot shows nothing. One IP address. That's it. The company MobCrush would respond to Boogie saying that is their IP address and all it is doing is periodically checking metrics. They clarify, MobCrush takes your privacy seriously. We do not ask for a greater level of access to your social.
Why does he just piss people off? Like, he can't just keep his shit to himself. He has to talk about somebody or throw someone else or another company into the situation, and like they're gonna let his fat stupid ass actually get away with it.
Social media accounts greater than we require to work seamlessly. God. Proving Boogie is just lying again. There's so many layers to this lie.
Someone probably from that subreddit hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it. As soon as I do, I'll link this video. I'll link all of this stuff and show you guys. But take my word for it. I told them all kinds of outlandish stuff.
I will never, ever, ever take Boogie's word for anything. If Boogie has shown himself to be anything throughout the course of this situation and really his entire career, is that he's a liar. He's willing to do anything for relevancy and money. I mean, look, I'm a whore, okay? I have worn costumes for money. I love the entertainment. It's all entertainment. Donations, the tips, the sub goals, donation goals, all kinds of stuff that we all do to try and incorporate more fun, more craziness, and more money and donations and all of that as well. It's all part of it. But I'd like to think that there's always a line that we can go to. You know, like there's always a point where you're only going to go so far. And Boogie, like, I am not into the whole self-humiliation thing. Like, I don't know if this is a kink for him. If he is, I hope his boners are fucking plentiful. But, yo, like, come on, man. You're running out. I feel like I'm running out of time at 41. Like, you are in horrible health, older, and you are just doing some of the fucking wackiest shit Like, and I don't want to criticize you. I don't want to criticize the people that are in your life, but have some sort of fucking self-respect, man. Like some semblance to at least not fuck over the other people on your show so easily. Like, Tommy didn't deserve any of this. It was going to happen because Tommy's always going to be the outlier in these situations because Tommy's not a piece of shit. Tommy cares about the same thing that I've always tried to care about, and that's your guys' opinion of our word. You know, like if we say something, we don't want to be Keemstar, to where if we say it's raining, you're going to go outside without an umbrella. You know, it's not that we want to be taken seriously, but you know what I mean? There's that wanting of just to know that you're not a full of shit person. You have some sort of morals. You're not going to fabricate some of these atrocious fucking things for views and money. You know, the faking cancer thing, Tommy's never going to associate his name with that. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's stupid. Stupid. Oh, God, yeah, we should did the car scene. Should legit talk to Tom about recreating the car scene, but make it about Boogie not dying from cancer, and it's the one of the God's greatest jokes. Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us. So good. That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. What else do we got? We got, oh, God, Frank Hassel. The whole Frank Hassel saga, another stupid-ass situation. The nonstop, constant financial manipulation. And by the way, great job here. Almost 200,000 views for Willie. Batting his sub count there. Nice. And then we're getting into the crypto scam. By the way, sorry to anybody who got hit by the crypto crash today. Good Lord, I heard that took a pretty nasty hit. Whew. Whoo-wee. Thank God the fucking dumbass Boogie got out of that one, huh? Good Lord.
I told you in DMs not to do this. You came to me because you were about to launch this coin.
Isn't it funny that this is the situation that would inevitably lead to Tommy being removed from Lolcow? This is if Boogie doesn't make this lie, if Boogie doesn't tell these lies to Coffeezilla, if he doesn't tell Coffeezilla that he's not being paid or be vague about how whatever, you know, whatever he did to get Keemstar to have to set the record straight, this is where it all started. This is the one. It's not even the crypto scam itself. It was the lie that he told. Because this is Boogie. He can't just accept what happened. He can't just take the L. He can't just say, okay, it's what I did. He's got to come up with another justification for it. And it can't just be a regular justification, like a normal, like, I just felt like it because of this. Nope. It's got to be because I had to cover these expenses because I'm not getting paid. It was being deferred. I had to go to this party. They had to take it out of our check for the party that we had to go to, blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're making it everybody else. You're throwing shit on everybody else. And Coffeezilla simply wanted to go see where the stains were.
You told me after my first tweet. I literally said to you, the question before that was like, hey, man, can we talk real quick?
Let's go to the fake cancer. This is the latest. This is pretty good.
Say that to me before, so I know how to react.
It was funny, right? You had cancer day? It was funny.
I just don't feel very good.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better. I do.
Well, I won't.
So like what do we need, Boogie? You need to swim a lap. Like you need a dog to lick you in the face. Like we need some vibes. What we got to get from you?
I need to not have cancer.
Holy shit, he did it. Boogie lying about cancer would come around in a truly poetic way. Keemstar was fighting with the other podcast members.
I need to not have cancer. Oh my God.
On Lolcow Live, and Boogie would try and keep the team together. Boogie would spend the next day trying to keep Wings on board.
What the fuck are you doing?
Streaming.
I know, I'm talking about with the show, obviously.
You realize the show's going to crash without Keem, right?
Sure, and why not get paid until it does?
Because the paychecks aren't going to be coming.
Let's imagine it's half as much next month. That's $1,500. I need it. You don't need it? Yeah, Keemstar might have cut the paycheck in half. You're the one who made sure it went to fucking zero. So yes, I'm going to stay mad at you. Show the up to work tomorrow. Have a pair of balls.
Boogie's like, Wings, I don't care what happens. I need that bag. I will put my girl on OnlyFans if I
He'll
have
do whatever he's got to do to make this money. He doesn't give a shit. Unbelievable.
You have an opportunity to decide whether or not you're going to bite or get bitten. Bite, motherfucker. Bite. That's the show. It's a goddamn dog.
Is Boogie just a con man? Like, he speaks like a con man. He talks like a 1980s financier. Like, he's trying to talk Wings into this amazing hot fucking tip because he got a fucking call from a broker buddy of his that gave him a hot tip on a new fucking stock. Like, what the hell? 2 lockers down from yours. Like,
Fight. That's what the internet is. I'm going to launch crypto coins. I'm going to launch Desi's OnlyFans. I'm going to suck cocaine off of a Nazi's asshole if I have to. I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to survive in this environment.
The next stream would come around.
suck cocaine off a Nazi's asshole. That's the line. That's where we're at nowadays.
And the storyline is Boogie kept the band together. Then Destiny comes out of nowhere and exposes Boogie for faking cancer.
2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer
Man, like, Destiny had a hell of a fucking few weeks, didn't he? Just a horrible person. I don't like Destiny. Never have, never will. But just absolutely blows up Boogie's spot. There's so many things that's happened in this situation that you would never have on your bingo card. Never have most of this on my bingo card. Like, I can't believe Boogie's had me almost rooting for cancer.
Diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this house MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Wings asked why Boogie won't just show the diagnosis, and Boogie says it's the only private thing he has left in his life.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like, you have all these feelings.
This is the one last thing I have left.
I'm so tired of him. Like, the whole lie. This is the one last thing. You have no one last thing. You have no lines. You have no boundaries. You have nothing. Everybody knows that you will do anything for a buck. You were offered so much money. If you had the proof, you would have given it. You're fully, and then proved to be 100% true.
You guys were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. Let me have one goddamn thing.
You're trying to tell me.
Let me have cancer.
Destiny then offers $5,000 if Boogie just shows his diagnosis. Remember, this cancer cost so much that Boogie had to crypto scam his audience, and Boogie says no.
If Boogie can confirm, that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Hey, you need the money.
Tommy, I know that Tommy is not mad about this whatsoever because of moments like this. Because he's going to be able to laugh about this shit forever. Look how entertained he was, because he had to have known that if you put Destiny and Boogie in a room for too long, Destiny is going to do shit like this to Boogie because Boogie's so fucking stupid. Boogie doesn't even realize that a lot of times when he's talking all these fancy ass lies, what he does is he's giving openings to people who are smarter than him to trap him. That's exactly what happened with Destiny. Destiny was like, I have money. Here we go. Let's see. Let's test it. We know how fucking, there's no way he'd say no if he really had this because we know how desperate he is. Here you go. Squeal for me, piggy. Nope. Like, come the fuck on. Like, Tommy is like, I'm so happy that he's just so entertained.
In my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
But I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to
Look how manipulative that is. That's so smart. He just makes him look like such an asshole.
scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has.
I got to be honest with you, Trippy. I don't give a shit. I really have no desire to support anything Lolcow. Like, I'm covered it because shit's so ridiculous, but I ain't throwing any support towards Lolcow. Why? Why? It's a fucking shit show train wreck. that people have been fired from that aren't fired, quit from that don't quit. It's all bullshit. It's like it's all just an ego power trip. And I would not be able to watch those fucking idiots wrestle. It would drive me nuts because they don't like we've seen Keem's representation of boxing and it ain't great. Oh, I would not want to see him anywhere near wrestling because he would think he'd be good at it. And it would break my soul to see someone that stupid do storylines in wrestling. It would kill me. It would make me almost want to create my own federation and try to bankrupt his. It's still my theory that Keem thought Destiny would be destroyed by Boogie. What? The only way that Destiny would be destroyed by Boogie is if Boogie sat on him. That's the only way. Boogie would never be able to destroy Oh, motherfucker, you said something so funny, almost killed me. Whoa, shit. You almost just killed me. I cannot believe what you just said. No one would ever believe ever that a possibility of Boogie could destroy Destiny outside of sitting on him. No.
Doesn't make any sense, but
You really think so? You think Keem thought that Boogie was telling the truth? You really thought that? I didn't. I never got that. I don't think Keem was surprised at all that Boogie made this up. I really don't. I think Keem is just rooting for all of this. It's in Keem's best interest for it to be fake. And you know how I know? Because nothing bad happened from it. It's only going up. Keem has lied to everybody directly, told people that he's fired and had him back on every episode since. What the fuck are we talking about? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's frustratingly stupid. Willie better not claim me.
Even I have a fucking limit.
This is not the first time Boogie's been accused of faking cancer, but when it's come
Ginger Mac.
up in the past, Boogie's decided to publicly shame them.
I see the rumor mills creeping back up again. The same rumor mill that's accused me of God knows what else. And this time they've decided that I am faking my cancer diagnosis. And whereas I know that those people know better, I know that nobody's...
I don't know. I guess you're probably right that Keem would see it as win-win, but it's just because he's not thinking long-term. I don't know. It's too stupid for me.
That fucking stupid. It's still going to spread like wildfire. So number one, if you're that kind of person, fucking stop.
See, but he can do these videos. Like, this is almost sociopathic to me. Knowing that you're lying and being able to defend like this and make videos with trying to emote. Like you're trying to be emotional and sway people. It's unbelievable to me. This is fucking gross.
I get it's fun to LARP about me. I get it's fun to pretend that I'm a piece of shit. And I get that I made my mistakes in the past. But cancer's not something to pretend about.
See how soft he's making his voice right now? Cancer's not something that I'd ever fake about or play around about. You know? Keem, I told you I didn't want to do it. I begged you, Keem. This dude is so fucking fake. Boogie might be the fakest person on the internet. Possibly in the history of the internet. Francis was less fraudulent than Boogie is. At least Francis seems to be like an actual personality of Boogie's. Like, other than that, Boogie seems devoid of an actual personality. He's just a chameleon. He's a camouflage. Willie really just made a fucking vampire steak of a video when you think about it, because Boogie doesn't even have a wide range of fuck-ups. They're all the same. Each one, he does the exact same thing. He lies in grandiose fashion to cover up another lie. It's every situation. It's unbelievable.
Cancer's not something to joke about. Cancer's not something.
Time out. Let me understand this. All right.
His diagnosis to guilt T-shirt sales, but remember, it's private.
I'm still trying to find it in my portal right now. I'm a little dissociative, so it's a little difficult, but I will have it.
You can take all your time.
Wait.
I'm a little dissociative.
Wait. Time out. Let me understand this. All right. You have cancer and you're in your portal and you can't find that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the diagnosis page.
He's like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Oh, I just can't find my cancer. Where's my cancer?
Trying to find that screen right now.
Okay, let's go.
You're still never going to see it.
Look at Tommy vaping, choking on his vape, old man.
But I just want to confirm it for myself.
You want to confirm it for
himself?
Yeah. I want to make sure I know that it's there, and it's a simple matter of fucking emailing it to one of you guys, and you'll never fucking see it.
Hold on.
I'm gonna confirm.
So he's
Look at Willie.
you got cancer for yourself.
Yeah. I want to make sure I know that it's there.
Look at this.
And it's a
Great
simple
edit.
matter of fucking emailing it to one of you guys, and you'll never fucking see it.
Hold on.
But I'm gonna confirm.
So he's
There it is. That might be the snortle that made Boogie decide Tommy had to go. That might have been the moment where you decided that Tommy had to be eliminated. Right there. Right there. This is the look that got Tommy assassinated from Lolcow Live. If anyone wants to know the exact moment that it happened, I found it. Right there. This one. This is it. This is the moment that made Boogie go insane.
Here, he's trying to confirm if he's got the cancer that he's been telling us for 2 years.
Find it? You can't find it?
Yes, I mean I can if I had the wherewithal right now.
You can't find it.
I mean, obviously, I can't find the page
You
with
should
all
try.
of my
You
symptoms.
should try Control F.
I can't find the page with all of my symptoms.
They then bring on some big titty lady to bribe Boogie with tickets to Disney if he just shows his diagnosis.
If you can provide those papers, I will
Big titty lady. Why is Willie the way he is?
personally fly you out to Florida.
Oh, shit.
Sure.
Pay for your hotel, or
Shit.
you can stay in my home,
Oh.
and I will take you to Disney.
Nice.
Is that code? That feels like code. Stay at my house, and I will take you to Disneyland. That sounds like code.
I'd rather have the money to pay for tests and shit. Can I get the cash equivalent?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
We'll cough it up. Hold up.
Yeah.
Why would you take this offer and not take the $5,000?
I'm not taking either. I just wanted to know if I could have the cash equivalent.
Oh.
I'll probably not take it.
Agree to a deal, negotiate a deal, but not take it. I like if he was in my pawn shop, I'd probably want to shoot him.
Either, but
Keem finally asks, is it possible that Boogie just jumped the gun on this diagnosis? And Boogie says it's possible.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, do I have cancer? And he says, well, no. It could turn into cancer. Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
Oh, Tommy's head wants. He wants Tommy. Tommy wants to
Boogie
explode.
boldface lies to the camera. I'm looking at the diagnosis right here, but I won't show you.
Are you still looking for the proof?
No, I'm looking right at it.
You're looking at the proof.
Yep.
He's playing Zombie Tsunami.
Then show us.
Nope.
So annoying.
The bounty to just show the diagnosis goes
So
up to
annoying.
15, then 25K, and he still refuses.
Unbelievable.
You've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him to do that?
There's no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
Well,
no.
nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was
I love
5,000.
Disney World.
It's up to 15,000 total. He would
15
get.
grand.
Yep.
Do it.
No.
He's going to pay you $15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience.
Yeah.
And you're saying no.
Yep.
He's
This
lying.
is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand. This
I
is
can
too much.
completely understand. I went through 2 years of
Yeah, right.
fucking people like Mersh saying I was faking it.
Yeah, Medicare. You like when Medicare came on this show, like this is not the one. Like Boogie should have just really packed it in. When you got Medicare on the show about cancer.
Some ordinary gamers will also put $10,000 towards it.
Make it 100. Make it $1 million.
If you have cancer, if you prove that
this is bullshit. No. You got 25K sitting on the table. There's something going on here.
Yeah, there's something is, man. I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
Oh God!
You just did a crypto scam to make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering 25K.
Yeah, I thought
you get
that
to
was funny.
shit on them.
The manipulation tactics from Boogie are in full swing. He starts saying he feels backstabbed.
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed it would even come to this. And I just, man, I'm just rather be done, man. I'm good.
What a fucking...
You're playing this as some kind of backstab? I mean, anybody
No,
can run.
not at all.
Yeah, this is not... Listen, the rest of the panel is not the ones to do this with, but for someone who's known Tommy for over 15 fucking years, let me tell you something. He's really not... I'm kind of... Tommy has changed a lot. Because the Tommy that I've known back in the day, his head would have came off his body, went through the screen, and flew through Boogie's face. Like, this, I know this drove Tommy insane. This pissed Tommy off. This would have driven him fucking crazy.
Nobody backstabbed.
Do you think I backstabbed you by having Destiny?
But he handled it so well.
None.
No, not at all.
When that doesn't work, he starts suicide baiting.
He's planning on whoring out his girlfriend with OnlyFans.
No, that would involve being on the internet. You're describing things that involve being on the internet.
Okay, well, if you've got a backup plan for revenue, then what was the scramble to get revenue in the first place if it's so easy to do?
The backup plan is to just go ahead and sell my house and then give the money to the people that deserve it and, be good to go.
You're going to, live in an apartment?
Probably not.
He's so desperate for any out, Jim gives him the slightest opening and he dives on it.
I don't know how he manipulates everyone. He
There's no
manipulates
manipulation
me all
here.
the time.
Either he's either lying, which is terrible, or he's telling the truth and
Which you're
acting
not.
like or you're telling the truth and you have cancer, but you're being a stubborn fucking retard.
Yes,
and
it's
you're
that
walking
one.
away-
It's that
you're
one.
walking away
I
from
am going to
25K.
have one, when I leave this f***ing internet, I'm going to have one goddamn thing I kept to myself. One goddamn thing, and that's my goddamn medical records. And I don't want one of you motherfuckers feeling sorry for me. I don't give a
Don't worry.
The money pot rose up to 75K because it's so obvious he's lying.
Buddha says he'll write an escrow right now if Boogie comes back and he'll up it to 60K.
No, he's not gonna. He's not gonna do it.
Wait, that means it's technically 75. We're almost to 100.
This is fucking ridiculous.
It took 7 hours of streaming this interrogation for Boogie to finally own up. In that time, there were so many lies, I couldn't even put them all in one video.
I'm gonna be so upset if he actually has cancer and he went through all this hell for no reason whatsoever. That's gonna be so
real fucking upset. You about to be real fucking upset.
That's gonna
No,
be
we're not.
so
You're not gonna show us anything, so we won't know
Oh, now,
nothing.
Tom, there you
No,
go.
when I die,
How about this,
no,
Boogie?
this
Instead
is
of the
hold on,
actual
hold on,
diagnosis,
hold on,
could you
hold
show us
on.
the history of the
Hold on a second.
cancer?
Hold on a second. My medical records will be released the day after I die. Me and my brother have spoken about that.
Oh my
The
God.
day after I pass, I want you motherfuckers to know how wrong you were. So
Yeah,
the
my-
day
Oh,
after
you
I
do it
pass,
after. I
Team
might
Strong
die
To be
will
honest, I don't
receive
give a
my medical
fuck.
records. from
I will
you.
literally do a stream laughing at you if you die, turning down 80 grand, laughing at you, and so will most of the internet. No one will feel bad. I hate to ruin it for you. Nobody's gonna think it's anything but funny. What do you think, Boogie? You think you'd watch down from heaven and it's like, oh, we were so wrong. He really did have cancer. How did we not know?
At one point, he straight up cries.
Most likely have the cancer, right? But you haven't gone through all the steps, so you can't say you have the
Oh my
cancer
God,
or not.
it's so funny.
Right?
Exactly.
And I
that's
find
why
it very
fucking
hard to
sucks.
believe, and I'm not willing to disbelieve
It's
that 3
fine, Boogie.
doctors
Stop
you said
freaking out.
diagnosed you.
No, that's why it
One
fucking
of them
sucks.
wanted to put it in the chart.
That's why it fucking sucks that I'm getting called by all of my favorite fucking creators a liar when I'm not fucking lying.
Oh my God, this is so bad. But we know that he did. Hey, Teddy with the $5. If I ever get cancer, I won't tell anyone. But but every cancer story will quote tweet, yo. Well, just be like Norm Macdonald and just start making like bowel cancer jokes a lot, and then never tell anyone that you have cancer and die of bowel cancer. Like he was telling us, and we never knew. Thank you, $5 from the Teddy, motherfucker. Hey, I also have the world tiniest beer chugs. They're very small. we'll do those. It's really not a beer chug. It's more like a beer sip, if I'm being honest, but they make me feel like a giant. I didn't mean to buy them. It was an accident, but I'm not going to throw them away. Fuck. Sorry, it made me do the robot. It makes me dance. I can't. I'm almost at the tap out portion here. I can't deal with much more from it. It's like a beer shot. It really is, Lou. Captain Lou Albano. We will do a nice little bong rippy. Because we appreciate your face. We do a bong rip. Yeah, I can't take too much more of the boogie. Tommy just seemed annoyed during the... Oh, my God. Well, yeah. You know, Tommy did such a good job of not reacting like he would on his shows. That's why I didn't understand the criticisms that Keem would say, like, talking about how Tommy sucks energy out. No. Tommy did a really good job of not, like, overstepping too much, stepping on people too much when it came to shit like this, because... I've known Tommy too long. He's got a great bullshit detector, and he is not the person to just let you get away with it. You're just not going to get away with it. You know? I got to crash myself. Don't be a pussy. You sound like a pussy right now. Why do you sound like a pussy right now? Thank you, old school Matt. The Konnichiwa bitches. What's up? Boogie's the most pathetic thing for me. I think Boogie might be one of the most pathetic people off of YouTube, period. And I don't like to judge anybody. I don't like to judge shit. But Boogie, yikes. I'm a Gina. It's all right. It's all right, Trippy Savage. You just get, here's what you do. You get yourself an air hose, right? And you're going to take that air hose and you're going to angle it downwards at a 45, call it a 47 degree angle. And you're going to put it on high and you're going to blow all that sand out of your vajayjay, okay? All that clady litter, you're just going to blow it right out, all right? That's what you're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trippy has a mangina. Trippy has a mangina. Trippy has a mangina. Comedy comes in threes. We also have the Discord open. We have a couple more stories that we'll get to before we get up out of here. I really want to get into the other big story too. Yes, Willie did a great job with this. Boogie sucks. Boogie's horrible. I think we all know that. I don't care. I don't care. Coffeezilla. Coffeezilla is being sued by Logan Paul. He uploaded this video 6 hours ago. And I just want to give some of the highlights of it because it's pretty ridiculous. You tell me, do you think Coffeezilla is afraid?
He thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan Paul is suing me for CryptoZoo only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him. He's hired...
Man, like, Coffeezilla is not the one, especially when he's smart enough to know that he's in the right here. So he's not backing down. He said, if you want to publicly humiliate yourself, I
5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again. You see, only hours before this lawsuit was filed, I had reached out to Logan Paul about a new investigation into one of his companies.
Whoa. Whoa. Excuse me? Another investigation? Listen to this.
Which has just been accused by the Canadian government of being a multi-layered fraud in Canada. I obviously had questions, but before I was able to get answers, Logan's team of lawyers showed up to silence me. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to go through this lawsuit. I'm going to tell you how to support us if you want, because while I didn't think I'd need help, I was wrong. But before we get to my mistake, let's start with Logan's.
Ooh, interesting.
This lawsuit is not about Logan Paul getting defamed. Instead, this is about him trying to dodge accountability, victims, and blame anyone but himself for his problems, especially me. This lawsuit says Logan Paul wants to hold me accountable for my actions. But what actions?
Boogie, excuse me. $5 from the poof, man. Let's go Bucky. Let's go Bucky, baby. There we go. Boogie in tears made me sympathize with him. I hoped his cancer... Is cancer. That was a joke. Is cancer. Wait till this pops up on screen. Wait till this is amazing. Woofers, you just almost killed me. What is wrong with you? Oh. If Vincent was running WWE right now, Coffeezilla would be dead. He'd be dead. He'd be like, "You find me this son of a bitch. I want him dead. Go get him, Paul." Okay, I can stay for this. Prime is one of the worst things I've ever tasted. Prime is, that might be cancer. Possible. Or wouldn't let me type cancer for donations.
Are those holding him accountable? It's ironic because his lawyers claim Logan has learned to believe in the importance of accountability. But accountability for who? Currently, Logan is fighting the victims of CryptoZoo in court, and now he's...
Look at that. Oh, you can't even see it because I'm an idiot. It's so good. That's so good. Oh, well. Put you up there.
Fighting the journalist who exposed him in the first place. Personally, I believe Logan has learned nothing from this except how to silence people with the law. But I won't be silenced because Logan's lawsuit makes no sense. We're going to go through it because from the beginning, there's problems. Logan's 5 lawyers tried to discredit me as a journalist. They paint me as someone who wanted money. They say I had...
Just wait till you see this. I knew this was going to be his first thing he was going to do. Thank you so much, Poopers. I do appreciate you. 45, 5, 5, 5, 5. Bye, 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 bye.
A false and malicious narrative. But you know who doesn't believe that? You know who secretly praises me behind the scenes?
This journalist, YouTuber, crypto uncoverer guy named Coffeezilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy, did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called CryptoZoo.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Lawyers have got to be some of the most scum-sucking fucking people on the planet sometimes, right? Like, you don't even got to be good at your job to take a case. All you got to do is pay you. Figure it out. Here's money. Don't vet it. Don't vet it. Like, isn't that what lawyers used to do? Isn't that the reason for having interns? You look into the fucking case, you look into the person, you decide who you want to fucking represent. But now it's if they have enough money, it just does not matter. Just does not matter. There's no integrity left. Absolutely no fucking integrity left.
Logan Paul. He's the biggest enemy of Logan Paul's defamation case. Who knew? Because defamation...
Because you got to remember, this is a defamation case. With this being a defamation case, it's... Your opinion matters. You can't... Think about this. Think about this. You can't be talking positive about the guy's investigative skills, about him being thorough and all this, while claiming he defamed you. Like, that almost breaks my brain to say. Like, for one, how is Logan this stupid? How did he get 5 lawyers to be this stupid? And how is WWE not monitoring? And is this why he fucking lost the belt? Because they were like, you're an idiot. We may need to bench you. Oh, yeah, Lou, absolutely. That tends to be a good thing. Logan's legit what would happen if Boogie went for one jog.
Requires actual malice and a reckless disregard for the truth, but he just admitted on camera that I am thorough and good-hearted.
Yeah, it's tough because they made him a prime fucking sponsor and everything. It's, oh my God, I just do not... Like, Vince isn't in the company. I'm so shocked that anybody would want to tie themselves so strongly to Logan Paul with all of the things that he has on his record, all of the things that his brother brings to the table, that family in general, the fact that they're from Ohio, so many things. It's like, oh my God. Well, that's the thing. You can't say that anymore, Nick. You can't say that it's not going to affect, because he's not just like a sponsor. Prime is on the ring now. You know what I mean? It's like,
Maybe that's why he wanted to remove that video from the internet, according to the YouTuber who released it.
The only issue that was ever communicated was...
Watch Logan's face here.
Remove this crypto stuff. Remove this CryptoZoo stuff. If CryptoZoo is in there, if Coffeezilla's in there, I'm not going to promote it.
Yeah, remove that CryptoZoo stuff, that Coffeezilla stuff. Doesn't look good when you compliment the guy you're trying to sue. Maybe that's why Logan isn't even suing me for my original investigation at all, despite most of this lawsuit being a ridiculous fanfic about how I took Logan out of context, that Logan was a victim, that I withheld text messages. Logan isn't suing me for any of the original investigation, though, because he knows he can't. Instead, at the end of the lawsuit, we find what my defamation really is. I'm being sued for 2 videos and 1 tweet where I advocate.
But see, Nick, this isn't just an online backlash. See, this is why it's extra stupid. When you start taking people to court, that's different. Like he's filing a lawsuit he cannot win. Like there's no way he's winning a defamation lawsuit against Coffeezilla here. There's no chance. Coffeezilla is not going to mind going to fucking bad at this. That's why he's fired up to go fund me. Fuck it.
For refunds for the victims. Yes, you heard me right. Logan Paul sued me after I tried to get his fans, the CryptoZoo investor.
Well, before, when he was just a wrestler, Nick, it was one thing. But when you tie him as a sponsor so tightly, you have to start caring because vested interests. It's not like WWE has never been dropped from a sponsorship. They've been threatened in the past by networks. You know, they've cowed in some point. They've stood firm on others. But when you're talking sponsorships and the name on the ring, the only other name that's ever been on a fucking WWE ring is essentially Logan Paul's. You know, fucking that drink. You know, it's just, I don't know. And it's not like Coffeezilla is just like a small thing. It could affect their bottom line, and his availability affects their bottom line. Like they want him to be around, focused. Besides, you can't have a guy who's going to be going through all these legal problems in there, especially with the high flying type of wrestler he is. It makes him a liability. No, I disagree. I think that all this does affect him, and it could be the reason why they fucking took the belt off of him. They don't need him dealing with all this shit and being in there going into like the big 4. Fuck that. No, I think he's got to sort this shit out. WWE isn't the company they were before. At least I don't think so. No, it's not just about that. No, what do you mean you can't when he's a heel? No, that's stupid. That's fucking dumb. No, what do you mean? There's still reality, asshole. No. You still have to adhere to some form of reality. People get fired. It happens. Like, what are you talking about? You're speaking like no one's ever been fired for stupid behavior. Like, come on. Now, wait a minute. Bump the brakes. Listen to Coffeezilla. He is wise.
There's a full refund. Remember, there are 2 parts to CryptoZoo, the NFTs and the Zoo tokens, and Logan chose only...
Oh, look, he was puffy there. Look at how puffy. Look, Coffeezilla looks like he's lost a little bit of weight. Good for him. He looks like he's definitely on a little bit of a cookie diet in the top one, and then this bottom one, he looks like he's keto.
To refund the NFTs, which is a minority of the losses, and I had a major problem with that. I told Logan this. I've stated over and over my opinion that it is disappointing for someone as rich as Logan to not make things fully right and instead only pay back a small part of the losses while fighting the rest of the victims in court. And it's those videos and tweet where I ask for refunds, which I'm being sued for. The first video in question is about Logan Paul not paying out refunds for 6 months. The second video was about Logan's partial refund, having a clause to make sure you couldn't sue him for the rest of your refund. And the tweet, I simply said, Logan's the type of guy to thank you for exposing his scam and block you when you remind him to pay up. I mean, yeah, now he's the type of guy to then sue you. Now, I'm sure Logan doesn't...
That's what he's being sued for.
Like it when I say things like Logan's victims or Logan's scam, but I have a question. If they're not Logan's victims, whose victims are they? Even Logan admits they are victims. He told me via text. Just thought we...
on. Come on.
We had the same goal of helping victims instead of a divisive social media war. So he agrees people have been wronged by his game. You know, the thing that he said will earn you money.
It's a really fun game that makes you money.
Why would you want this to go to court? When you know all this is out there, why? Why? Like, is he that stupid? You get this, like, he's from Ohio, so all bets are really fucking off, but Ohio, I mean, look, man, I've lived all over the country. I've lived all over the world, as a matter of fact. The stupidest people I've ever known are people from Ohio. I'm sorry if you're from there. I'm sorry. I don't care. Great athletes. Stupid as fuck. Stupid as the day is fucking long. I'm from Illinois originally. I ain't saying that we're goddamn rocket scientists, and I'm Polish. I got a lot of strikes against me. But holy fuck. Like, I just think it's generations of eating paint chips. It's like they live under the most power lines or something. I don't know. There's something, possibly, maybe a lot of inbreeding. That's possible too. I honestly am not sure. But there is something incredibly fucked up with the genes in Ohio. I can't even fathom. It's bad. It's just bad. Stupid fucking people.
So how are these not Logan's victims? He, of course, would say it's his business partner's fault. But remember, Jake and Eddie have been out of the picture for years. And yet, CryptoZoo hasn't been released, despite Logan constantly promising it, and of course, also threatening to sue me.
We're gonna handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court. By the time this comes out, it'll be done. The game's gonna be made. You're gonna have the opportunity to get your money back if you want, if you don't wanna play the game. And I'm gonna take care of the people who made me look like this was a scam perpetrated by me.
Right. Logan wants to sue me and release a finished CryptoZoo game. But he's only done one of those. Since Logan...
Coffeezilla's good. That's a good line. He's only done one of those.
Can't blame his partners, Jake and Eddie, for this because they've been out of the picture. Do you think he'll take accountability for not launching CryptoZoo?
No.
No. This time, he blames the government. He says releasing CryptoZoo has too many regulatory hurdles. Maybe they should have thought of that before multi-millions of dollars of zoo tokens and eggs were sold. And now Logan would rather blame the government than take accountability.
And by the way, don't think that today is not significant for a person like Logan Paul. I love this. Oh, I love this. This had to be tactical. This had to be tactical by Coffeezilla. Why today? This has been public for a little while. The video just couldn't just be happily done today. The crypto crash today. There's a massive crypto crash. I guarantee you that hit fucking Logan Paul hard. This is going to be a double tap. This was smart. Oh my God, 2 million views in 6 hours. 2 million views in 6 hours. 2 million views. No, major crypto crash. Major crypto crash today. Ethereum's down 22%. Bitcoin's down 11%. That was early. I'm not even sure how bad it is after. It was hours after it. I thought it was the Zilla crash first, or Zilla. I thought the crash happened earlier this morning, and then Zilla's. Oh, that's still. I love this. This is great.
Or if you let him keep talking, Logan might rant about internet reporters having too much responsibility.
These internet journalists, internet investigative reporters have way too much responsibility on their hands that is being mismanaged.
Private jet engine. Look how smart this is. Look how smart this is. Private jet engine. So smart.
And wielded in a really inappropriate way.
It's honestly funny to watch this guy whine about his problems, which you can barely hear over what sounds like a private jet. Which brings me to another problem Logan has. Part of any defamation case is damages, and proving someone has harmed your reputation. But isn't Logan richer than ever with Prime?
Yeah.
And did he have a reputation to harm? His lawsuit shows comments calling Logan a scammer, possibly to suggest he's been hurt by my videos, but you have to have a reputation to lose one.
Right.
And by the time of my reporting in question, Logan Paul was already accused of participating.
Multiple pumping up. Like, that's the thing. It's like Logan does not have a good reputation. There's no reputation in the crypto world that Logan is good. If Logan would have gotten the game made, maybe he'd have something here, but he didn't. So shut the fuck up. It's like, holy God, I do not get this lawsuit. And I hope it's dismissed quickly.
Participating in multiple crypto pump and dump schemes. That article does not reference my work. So Logan had already had a reputation as a scammer before my investigation, at least if you believe their allegations. So this Logan Paul is suing me for response as a scammer before.
How do you make it go 0.5? I want to make it go faster. Hold on. Theater mode. How do you speed this bitch up?
My investigation, at least if you list frivolous, and Logan knows that because behind the scenes.
Note that Kavos was the top comment cited. Oh, I'll bet. Oh, guy, I'm sure Kavos has made a video on this. I'm sure Kavos has got like 2 videos out on this now.
In clips he didn't want to get out, he's saying I'm thorough and good-hearted. But in public, he wants to sue me, silence me, and cost me money because that's the one department where we both know he's got me beat. We might have facts. We might even have evidence. But he's got all the money and the lawyers. And this is where I have to get to my one embarrassing mistake in all of this. See, my defense against rich people.
This is what I was interested in. I wanted to hear where he made a mistake. And this is interesting with an ongoing lawsuit to admit the mistake. So let's see what he did.
People like Logan Paul is media insurance, for frivolous lawsuits. So when I was sued, I immediately called my insurance company to file a claim so I wouldn't have to pay for it. But they told me they're not going to pay. They're trying to get out of covering us using lawyers and fine print. It's a long story that I will be explaining on my second channel because insurance underwriting is very boring. But suffice to say, I got Dylan-danished. I may have even gotten scammed. I'm not quite sure. For now, the bottom line is we have to fight Logan with our personal funds, which means I need to ask for your support. If you want to help and are able to help, there are 2 ways to contribute to our fight against Logan. One, you can join our Patreon, which supports the channel. Or you can buy exclusive merch at Coffeezilla.store, where we just released the Coffeezilla Defense Drop. That's right. Life hands you lawsuits. You get rejected by your insurance. Make merch.
That's so smart. That's way better than asking for help in a fucking GoFundMe. That's so smart. That's just smart. Because here's the thing, you don't make the shirts. You just make like all you're hoping for at the end of the day is to get a few bucks off of it, like a few thousand people. The best way to do that is honestly make a shirt. If you make a shirt with one solid graphic that's dope as shit, most of the time you can make $4 to $8 depending on how much you're fucking charging on a lot of these sites. I know, because I still have a merch store, believe it or not. Nobody gives a shit. And I've sold a few things over the years. There's some good shit, but nobody cares. But I still have one, and and it's amazing. Yeah, you could make a couple of bucks off of each shirt if you're smart with it. So yeah, it's good.
So here's
I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description box. I'm gonna make sure it's here. Make sure you guys go and support if you want to support, because yeah, he's gonna definitely need a little bit of help on that one.
The deal. These shirts will be available for pre-order.
You can also look at my merch
for only the next 14 days. And
look at Logan's last tweet. Oh God. Oh goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Let's see this thing. What did Logan do? What did Logan say? Stupid ass. Logan Paul, what did you see? Oh, see you in court, LA Knight. Oh, God, that's good. That's pretty good. I don't know if they're paying attention. I don't know. I don't know. That's dumb. Make sure you hit the like button, by the way. We're not even double digi likes, you pieces of shit. I'm very upset at you right now. Hit that like button. What's wrong with you?
100% of profits we make from selling them will go to this lawsuit. If for some weird reason there's money left over, it will be dedicated to future legal costs for this channel. I just want to let you know they're available, and it's a cool way to support the lawsuit.
So they're gonna explain him being in court by having a lawsuit. So stupid, so dumb. I don't know why I think that's so dumb, but it really is. It's like meta, but it's not.
Lawsuit while also getting something in return. I didn't want to just set up a GoFundMe. So if you want to do that, just know pre-orders take a few weeks to get done because we make them after you order. And remember, you have 14 days. And you can get that at coffeezilla.store. I'll link that below. It's coffeezilla.store. All right, now we're going to shift gears and talk about the final part of this lawsuit.
He's got a different type of company. I use Spreadshirt. They suck.
Why did Logan Paul sue me now? It's been over a year since he apologized and thanked me.
Thank you, Coffeezilla. I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean that. Thank you, bro.
It might seem strange, but I've got some fun facts for you that may or may not be related. Did you know 6 days before the lawsuit, I had featured Logan Paul in a teaser for a video? Did you know 21 hours before the lawsuit, I had texted Logan for comment? Did you know I told him he had 24 hours to respond, and Logan sued me 3 hours before the deadline? Yep, that's right. Logan's lawyers then threatened me in that lawsuit email that if I report on this new story, Logan might hold me accountable. And Logan's definition of accountability seems to mean he'll sue me, which is why I believe this lawsuit was not designed to win, but to shut me up, to threaten me, using Logan's wealth and a federal court system without anti-slap to send a message. Do not tell that story.
God.
Of course, I don't believe that's the only reason I was sued. Clearly, Logan wanted to sue me for a while, but I believe this new investigation played a role in pulling the trigger.
It played a massive role. The timing, I mean, obviously that's not all of it, but holy God, that's coincidental as hell.
Maybe Logan's team will deny this. Maybe they'll say it's coincidence they sued 3 hours before a deadline. Maybe it's coincidence I announced a story about Logan 6 days before, and maybe it's coincidence that Logan's lawyers threatened me about this new story while suing me for the last story that I hadn't discussed in 6 months. But I don't think so. Either way, when someone threatens new reporting in a lawsuit about old reporting, the effect is the same. So, what was this new story? Well, it's partly about a Canadian law enforcement investigation, and it's partly about something I told Logan to help him. Yes, believe it or not, I tried to help Logan Paul. To explain, we need to go back to when CryptoZoo first got exposed.
He's gonna tell the fucking story. He backdoored the story. He didn't even care about that's why he didn't tell the lawsuit. That's why this has been buried for a couple of weeks. He was fucking deciding to backdoor the story. He's gonna tell the fucking story that he was threatened not to tell. Oh, what a fucking legend.
Logan said he was going to sue me, but got backlash. So he called me to apologize. He said he was wrong and wanted to make things right. I made it clear refunds are the absolute right move going forward, and to my surprise, he agreed. 100%, man. We're on the same page. But we weren't. Logan now doesn't use the word refund. He calls this a buyback. But at the time, I need you to understand, I thought Logan was going to announce a full refund, so I began trying to help him. And dare I say, I was even nice to the guy.
Wow.
You can see that I tried to offer people who might be able to trace blockchain damages to refund people. And in the same spirit, I made Logan aware of potential problems at a different company he co-owned, called Liquid Marketplace.
A platform that I co-founded called Liquid Marketplace. It allows co-ownership of top-tier assets. So instead of one person,
rude here, guys. Oh my, this is the Pokemon scam. Oh my God. Listen, this might get bigger. Listen, I don't know if you guys are tracking anything that's going on in like trading card world or anything else, but listen to me, okay? I do this for a living. I run a pawn shop. I do cards, collectibles. And over the last 2 years, I have gotten very, 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 very intimate with the system and how it works. Okay, the grading system, it's all a pony show. It's all a fucking dog and pony show. It's all bullshit. These conventions travel around the country like a fucking circus, and there's multiple grading companies that exist, right? That will travel with these shows and they'll grade for you. The problem is most of the grading companies are owned by one central grading company or entity known as Champion. They own many of them, or over the years have acquired almost all of them. And most recently, now you tell me if you feel this is fucked up or not. I don't know. Maybe you have no problem with this. But there's a little selling platform out there known as eBay. eBay does authentication, and they use the same authentication sites as PSA, JSA, and all the other places. A lot of the times in-house at PSA and some of the other entities out there. They use the same sites to authenticate the cards that they're going to send out for authentication. But they don't authenticate the cards. They'll say they're good, but they won't slab them. Are we starting to get it? Are we starting to get it? They will authentic. If you buy a card off eBay, they send the card off to authentication. They have now. Before you think I'm crazy, listen to this even more because we have more to cover here, which makes it even crazier. They send it off to a authenticator, but they authenticate the card. But when you send a card off to be authenticated, usually you have it slabbed, preserved. They don't do that. They just authenticate the card as authentic and then send the card off. So, you know, USPS gets paid off, PayPal gets paid off, all these entities get paid off. JSA gets paid for their service. PSA, whoever does it, they get paid for their service. eBay makes money, everybody gets money. Card gets sent to the person. Now, these cards are only a certain value that get sent off to authentication, right? It's like, I believe it's $100. I believe it's not $30 cards. They typically don't get sent off because it doesn't make sense. Why they cap it at 100 is because most people, when you have a $100 raw card, that is typically the line of which you will grade that card. You will invest the $20. So why do they choose to tell you that it's authentic? Because you're going to guarantee that you're going to go and spend another, well, not even 20 now, because you're looking at a $100 card. You're looking at a $40 minimum premium to grade this card. You're going to then send it back to PSA, JSA, SGC, one of these other sites, Beckett, which is now the only independent. Now listen to this. You're going to send this off and you're going to spend that money to get sent back to you. And then you're going to probably put it back on eBay to sell to somebody. Okay. Now, why does this become problematic? Because honestly, up to now, it just sounds like it's fair market practice, right? Well, what if I told you that entity Champion just did essentially what amounts to, they did everything they can in the paperwork to not call this a buyout or merger, but they have to use the word merger like 2 or 3 times because you can't avoid it because it is a merger. eBay owns Champion, which means they own PSA, which means they own SGC. They now own Golden Auction. They own everything. They fucking own it all. It's unbelievable. So why is that important? All of this latest craze in the fucking card grading world, the card world, you can almost put at the feet a couple years ago at Logan Paul. See, Logan Paul did a fraud. He did a fraud back then with Pokemon. He did this charity. It was supposed to be a charity stream, and I don't even think it was that. I think it ended up not even being that or something. It's like this whole thing ended up being fucking completely bullshit, where they had a box of what they said was unlimited shadowless base set Pokemon cards. It's the Black Star. It was like the best of the best. It was supposed to be the best of the best, the box that everybody wants, the box you cannot find, most limited, most insane, all this. It sells for a record price, thus inflating the entire Pokemon market. But it turns out the box wasn't the box that it was advertised as. It was a lesser version of base set. Not a much lesser version, but a lesser version nonetheless. It wasn't what they said it was. And the auction price definitely elevated it. But it didn't matter to the Pokemon market. People were now paying these elevated prices. So that's step one. Now, the second part happens almost exactly after, where they pull this Charizard, you know, and Logan buys this Charizard, and he ends up setting like a new record price for a base set Charizard, right? And for some reason, it spikes this absolute useless fucking set called Evolutions. And the card values start going insane. This is all trackable, checkable, and completely valid. If it comes back to this liquid marketplace being a fraud of even more than we already knew, I don't think you guys know how big of a fucking problem this might actually be. Like, frauding a market that's already a fraudulent market, you're going to only call out the fraudulent market. They might kill Logan Paul. This is serious. I want to hear this.
Me owning this card, we as a collective can co-own it together.
This was a fractionalized collectible platform where Logan sold things like roughly half of a $5 million Pokemon card. The idea was you could...
What? I didn't even know about this. Time sharing a fucking card? What?
Buy tokens that represented partial ownership in rare collectibles. That video, by the way, got 8 million views, and a lot of people bought into this platform. The problem was, I had heard troubling stories about this company, and I was trying to verify if...
Yeah, the concept. The concept is troubling. The fucking concept.
Claims were true. So I had gone to the CEO, Ryan Bahadori, to ask him questions, but he kept dodging meetings. And I don't mean he refused meeting with me. I mean, we would set up meetings and then he did not show up. So I was troubled. And I brought this up to Logan. I figured if he's going to make one company right, make them all right. Otherwise, it might come back to bite him. I mean, can you imagine the disaster if another one of Logan Paul's co-founded companies was discovered to have scammed his fans? Hypothetically, that would be a very bad look. So I'm thinking, while he refunds CryptoZoo, Logan can push the CEO to talk with me, and I can figure out the truth. Maybe Logan can fix it if there's something wrong. And you can see Logan responds to me. He says, gonna push Ryan to talk to you. Again, appreciate it, man.
Whoa.
Now, I don't hear back from Ryan or Logan about this, so after a while, I follow up again. I say, let me know if Ryan plans on talking. A lot of nasty stories still out there about liquid marketplace, embezzlement, etc., and he's dodged meeting me already once.
Wow.
Now, obviously, the most shocking part of this is the word embezzlement.
Yeah.
I need to make it clear. This is not an accusation. I am not accusing Logan Paul or Liquid Marketplace of wrongdoing. I brought it up in our texts because it is my job to investigate unverified claims. That's the whole point of me wanting to meet with the CEO. But I was...
Yeah, no, he's clearly asking about it. He's not... Wait a minute, wait. If that's what he's being sued for, this is absolutely ridiculous. Because he's clearly asking for clarification and verification here. He's not making an accusation. He's asking here for help here. He's trying to figure out what's going on. Wait a minute now, come on.
Stonewall. Logan never replied, despite me reminding him again via email 5 months later that I wanted to talk to Ryan about, quote, embezzlement and, quote, potential fraud. Once again, not accusing anyone of wrongdoing. I'm simply doing my job at the time.
Oh, this is when the formal video came. DM King, nicely done. Hey, that's $5 from the Trivial Theater, baby. Hey, looking sexy and look at that. What's up, girl? I want to hear what you think about Deadpool versus Wolverine. And is this not the greatest popcorn bucket in the history of popcorn buckets? I think it is the best of the bunch, personally. I love Deadpool. voiced by Nathan Fillion, by the way. Trivial Theater, I'm actually going to make a video on the Deadpool Wolverine movie. It's touched me so much that I think I'm going to bring back 3-minute reviews. Let me know if you 3-minute movie reviews. I might need you. I might need to bring you out of retirement. 3-minute movie reviews. Oh, fuck you, fake. Look at that. I couldn't. They were unavailable. They were gone. I couldn't. I went opening night. I went to the 7 p.m. opening night show. Okay? The second showing on Thursday. It was still in preview. Gone. That was the only thing left. Ugh.
To chase down rumors and unverified claims. Without concrete proof, I would have never talked about any of this. But on June 19th, 2024, things...
Yeah, think about how long he sat on this, too.
...changed. Because the Ontario Securities Commission reviewed...
Oh, I do have a problem, fake. I love this movie. You don't even know how many times I've actually seen it. That's the real sick thing. I paid for it 3 times, but I've watched this movie a lot. If I'm not doing this, if I'm not working or on stream, I'm pretty much watching Deadpool Wolverine. And if I'm not doing that, I'm listening to Madonna. Nick, I found a really good one. But you and I know the same people, so it's possible you have the same one.
A Liquid Marketplace investigation where they accused Liquid Marketplace of being a multi-layered fraud, taking in $2.7 million.
Nick, mine's almost perfect, man. Mine's ridiculously good. I don't know. I think so. Did someone give you it?
From the sale of these fractionalized collectibles. The platform allegedly did not do exactly what it promised. Some of the blockchain
Fuck you, fake. She went and she enjoyed it. Eat a dick, bitch. How about that? I still probably embarrassed her. I brought Headpool. We went yesterday. I brought Headpool. She said she enjoyed it, yeah. Like, she's not going to... I had to explain to her the Calvarine. She didn't catch the Calvarine. But I didn't talk to her at all during the movie. I left her alone completely. I was too busy. I was sitting in my chair like a child, man. I was sitting like a little friend. Take you there. I was having a great fucking time. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know. Someone gave me it. I am a psycho.
Tokens did not even mint. But even worse was the allegation that approximately $3 million was misappropriated from $10 million they raised of investor funds. This is a very similar claim to the one I had tried to verify. Ryan Bahadori, the guy I tried to speak to, was accused of, quote, making hidden payments to shell corporations without any legitimate business purpose, as were 2 other of the founders. And Ryan was accused of, quote, using company credit cards to buy high-end fashion, expensive jewelry and watches, personal health, and luxury spa services. If only there was someone who could have investigated this sooner. Now, it is really important to say, Logan Paul is not accused by the OSC. Only 3 of his co-founders and his company is. But given the history, I had questions. After all, Logan's promotional video about Liquid Marketplace.
Only 3 of his co-founders and his company is
still up. And the reason many people cared about Liquid Marketplace at all was arguably Logan Paul. So here were my questions. And as I read this, it's important to correct. I say Liquid Marketplace got accused of embezzlement. Technically, the OSC alleged misappropriation of funds. Those are similar. They're not the same. So I wanted to correct that. But here's what I asked. Quote, did you take any action on hearing these allegations over a year ago? Did you get approached by the Ontario Securities Commission? And is it true that Liquid Marketplace lied about their claims of insurance, appraisals, and co-ownership as the Ontario Securities Commission alleges? You can see I gave him 24 hours to respond on June 26th at 2:03 p.m. And I was promptly sued June 27th at 11:28 a.m. with roughly 3 hours to spare.
Wow.
Now, I want to be clear. I don't know the answers to the questions I sent. Maybe Logan secretly whistleblew to the OSC when I first went to him. I don't know. That's why you ask questions as a reporter. But now the story is not about those questions. It's about why I was sued immediately after asking them.
Yes.
And threatened if I reported about Liquid Marketplace in a way they didn't like. This is not how I wanted this story to come out.
No.
Because there's still so much we don't know and so much I can't say now
He
for legal
backdoored
reasons.
it. This was crazy.
Maybe Logan's totally innocent. Maybe he surrounded himself with scumbags who defrauded his fans.
Very
Maybe he'll do a
likely.
refund for this project. I don't know, because I never got the chance to find out. I tried to investigate, but I was stonewalled and sued when I asked questions. Make no mistake, though, this investigation is still ongoing.
Yep.
And you can reach me at the email below if you were affected. I will release my full investigation when it's appropriate, because even if Logan doesn't want to answer questions, it doesn't mean I have to stop asking them.
No, it doesn't.
So in summary, Logan's lawsuit is not about my original reporting into CryptoZoo. Even if you take this lawsuit on its own without context, it's an argument over Logan not refunding victims in full. It's Logan insisting he's not to blame. It's all his business partner's fault. But I don't think that aligns with the publicly known facts. That's my opinion. For years, Logan has controlled CryptoZoo.
Yes.
Yet, the game is still not out.
No.
Logan is now blaming the government for that instead of himself. And he also blames me for losing his good reputation, but you can't lose something you never had. Not to mention, Logan is arguably richer than ever, and he's on the record finding my reporting thorough and good-hearted. So this defamation lawsuit feels frivolous even on the surface.
Yeah.
But if you dig deeper, there's an even more compelling story, which I personally believe, where the goal is to crush new investigations while taking revenge on old ones. In this
Seriously. I mean, man, this isn't even a deep fucking take. That's not even a deep take to have after listening to this. Like, look, I don't like Logan Paul, but where's the skew here? He's skewing nothing. He's being incredible. Even in this video, he's being as fair as humanly possible.
Version, Logan might not even care about winning. Legal battles are expensive, and in the world of money, he's got me beat. So he can try to silence me by weaponizing the law. He can sue me for doing my job. He can sue me for asking questions, and he can sue me for asking for refunds. But it's going to backfire, because I think it reveals Logan as a bully rather than someone who's truly sorry. Because Logan may be a master at convincing people he's changed, but I'm convinced it's the follow-through where things go wrong.
Yep.
You know, the actually changing part.
Right.
There was a time where even I believed Logan was going to fully refund victims. That's why I was so nice to him and tried to help despite him threatening to sue me. But when it came time to pay up, Logan chose a minority refund and to fight the rest of the victims in court who wanted their money. And when I complained about that, Logan went from sorries and thank yous to lawyers and I'm suing you real quick. The irony is, it was that same initial belief in Logan's capacity to change that also made me bring up Liquid Marketplace to help stop potential problems.
Craziness.
And yet here we are. The company is now accused of being a multi-layered fraud by the OSC.
He did everything he could to try to prevent it. You can make the argument. That's insane that Logan Paul is suing him at this juncture. And let's see where this is at. 2 million fucking views in 7 hours. This is crazy. Available until August 19th. The shirts. The shirts. Wow. Everything's right there if you want to go support him on that. That's a crazy video. I'm glad that we covered that. Let's cover the rest of the stuff that I have and get the hell out of here. We've been live for almost 2 hours. This was totally not the intent. Thank you guys for the donos tonight. I appreciate you guys with the super chats. Whoop, whoop. We're getting close back to that $100 plateau. Maybe I'll get a check this month. Let's go fucking YouTube. You guys are rock stars. Thank you. We'll do some more rips and stuff on the way out. We got some other stuff. It was fun covering the Boogie stuff. I'm really proud of the way that Tommy's handled that whole situation. If you guys want to get in the Discord, talk about anything, now is the time. We're getting close to the end of the show. I'm pooping, so let's go ahead and cover the rest of it that we have. We've got, this is a quick, interesting story with the bracelet, CM Punk's bracelet. If you're a wrestling watcher right now, a big storyline is about the wrestling bracelet. And apparently this is the person that made the bracelet, and a Ringside News made a big deal over a tweet that this Victoria woman made. So she had to try to clarify. This is definitely taken way out of context. I had 30 followers when I tweeted this, and I expected nothing of it. I wanted to show I was the one who made it. She was just fucking around, right? So she's not seeking any sort of compensation. You know, it's this is crazy. She was never trying to. So it's so funny. It's so funny. And these assholes just ran with the fucking story for no reason. It's so stupid. So stupid. I don't know if these are real. It looks like, I don't know how he could have faked these. He did these last two live. I think these are real. iShowSpeeds is a freak athlete. This is freak level shit. Like, what? Like, that takes incredible. It's not even the jumping that's impressive. It's the eye coordination. It's the fucking eye coordination. It's insane. Hold on one second. I'm looking for a video. Because, of course, this always makes me think of my favorite one of these.
Hey, what's up? I told you I'm gonna do it, Kobe.
One of these, because Kobe, did this back in the day, famously for a video, and people always wondered if it was real. So then I had to think about the greatest of all of them that ever happened, and I give you Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm ready. Okay. Watch. I got my new sneakers. Hold this for me. Okay. I got my new aim high hyper. Nike made their own shoe for me. Hold on, that's the wrong foot.
Put the shoe on the wrong foot, y'all.
Kenny Smith's, boy.
Smooth, very smooth. Took him out his shoes. Oh, man.
Oh,
man. It was just a little. I'm back already. I'm stacking. You see, old school. I don't get hurt. It don't get hurt that much, man. Hey, look at the shoe sitting there in the street, though. Hey, lifted him out of his shoes, man. It's not man.
So fucking funny. Oh my God. And then they go on to show that it was EJ that was driving. I'm going to miss. No, I hate Kenny. I hate Kenny Jet Smith so much. I'm going to miss Inside. I hope they figure something out. They're not going to win that lawsuit, but I hope they figure something out. But iShowSpeeds is insane. He's insane. If his timing's off at all, he's in the hospital. If he's lucky. Okay. I don't like Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is just, he's Aiden Ross. Like, you don't have to go any farther than saying he's Aiden Ross. He does this segment, I guess, where he goes on Omegle or an Omegle type and he talks to people. And for as much as I don't like him, he greets this person very courtly, very nicely. And, well, this happens, but I still don't feel bad for him. He deserves it. Sensitivity warning, language abound.
Literally said, yo, what up, Eva?
I hope you die.
Why?
I hope you die, Aiden Ross.
What the fuck did I do to you, bitch?
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself, you fat whale.
Faggot.
Oh my God. Oh God, that's pretty good. We got a little viral marketing going out in the streets, apparently. Yeah, I saw that. All right, real quick on the Aiden Ross today. So Trump shows how stupid he is because he goes, no one ever makes a big deal. I go on these shows and no one ever makes a big deal about it. No one makes a big deal. No one cares. No one ever does anything. And he's praising Aiden for giving him this gift. Well, no one does it because you can't. You can't gift you a Rolex. That's illicit campaign fundage. it's actually quite troubling that he doesn't understand that inherently. It's not good how willingly he took that fucking gift. Ain't good. Here's Alien Romulus. No, he's like, so what is he going to do? Does he kind of like try to pass it there? Or, man, he had to give it back to him. It didn't look like it. He looked like he was about to take that shit to Cuba. Yeah, I'm excited for Alien Romulus. I'm excited for quite a few movies that are coming out. Alien Romulus, definitely. Borderlands, I don't know if excited is the right word, but I'm going to see it. If you didn't watch the pay-per-view this weekend, SummerSlam, for one, slap yourself. It was awesome. Also, apparently Raw is awesome at the moment. But we had a crazy turn with Dominic Mysterio turning on Rhea Ripley, and this was Samantha's reaction. This is fantastic. Look at that. Look at Samantha. Oh, man. Look at Michael Cole. Man, I can't believe that I have to say that Michael Cole might be the greatest ring announcer of all time. Holy God. So I want to talk about my friend Christina Vina. I love me some Christina Vina. Yeah. She told the story in the group chat that we're in, and I love her to death, but I didn't really get a chance to respond to it. So I saw her talk about it publicly, and I wanted to give it a little signal boost because this is insane. I read this and my head exploded. I mean, when I first heard it, my head exploded. But seeing this, listen to this. Just listen to this. Let's just read this. I applied for so many jobs and went to interviews where they lied about what the pay was. It was so infuriating. I went to an interview that was advertised $17 an hour with benefits. When I got there, it was $14 an hour, no benefits. That's fucked up. But here's the job application. This is craziness. Or this is the response. After weeks of consideration, we've decided to go another candidate who is better suited to our needs at the time. That's fine. That could have been it, right? That should have been it. What's this next paragraph? Why is this next paragraph fucking necessary? It was noted during your interviews, you told both our recruiter and the hiring manager that they wasted your time because they were late. Fuck you, they were late. And you took time off work just to hear a lowball offer that we should have posted the salary range in the job description. We told you we do this so people won't apply just for the money, after which you replied, what money? Oh my God, I can actually hear you saying it. I can hear you. I hear it in my head. What money? What money? I'm trying to figure out what money, because you lied. What scumbags? Why would they quote you back when they were this? Thank you for your time and consideration. Suck my ass and lick my taint. That's what you should respond. You should call these people out. Can you legally call them out? If you can legally call them out, please call them out. They're fucking horrible. I'm angry. Oh, we have one more video. We got one more quick clip. This is just some wild and ass shit. This kid is the next evil fucking Knievel. I look at this. This kid's fearless. Look, this is the confidence. This is crazy. Crazy reaction time and athleticism by this woman right here. Holy shit. So first, that's just crazy, right? Let's go back and let's see this. So look at this shit. There he goes. There you go. Look at him. Look at him. He is going. Wow, look at the ground she covers. Holy shit, that's really impressive. Wait, how many strides is this? She's in full stop. One extension. Oh my God, look at this. It was just a pivot plant. Here's her back foot. And look at that. Look at this extension. This is crazy. And she's leaning out. Look at this athleticism. And she's going dipping. Oh my. Look at her. She's on the edge. She's holding with her fucking feet. She's on a tiptoe here. Her heel is off the ground. Her left foot is off the ground, guys. She's flat-footed on her right foot. And she's, oh my God. That's crazy. While holding this kid, bringing him back from the brink. But look at how the kid mean mugs. And it's not over. I love this ending. He hits her, but once again, what did we learn at the beginning of this? This woman has incredible reaction time. Watch the ending. Watch the ending. Slap. She's holding her phone. Wham! Look at that. So fast. Before the other sister could even get to him. Wham! 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 That's great. Don't mess with that woman. Don't mess with her. All right, that's it. That's all I got. No Discord today. Thank you guys to anybody who was around. Appreciate you. Make sure you call in on future shows. Make sure you call in on future shows. That's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm finito. Final questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, whatever else you might have. Please make sure you go ahead and get it out now, or you might get constipated. Hit the like button, or I might get hurt emotionally. And thank you guys very much for all the support today. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. One more. I dropped my phone. No. Ew, that's gross. No. Ew. Ew. So gross. Ew. We got one more rip. Let's get out of here. Real Talk, take us home. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic time tonight. We got one more rip. Make sure you check out everything that we're doing. I did a lot of work at the shop today, just moving shoes, fixing my shoe wall, getting everything looking tight and right. Got a lot of cards going on. I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff tomorrow. I think I'll do a stream just showing cards, running some of my favorite things. So I really haven't seen too much of House of Dragons, a little bit, but wasn't too interested. I watched first season and stuff, but I didn't love it. It was okay. It was okay. Real Talk, take us home. Take us home. Thank you guys so much. I had a fun one tonight. We'll see you more often. Peace. Real Talk. Let's go. Right about there. Good night.
Keep grinding till my people see the morning light. The way like I'm Hakeem Olajuwon, but I guess that's what I need in life, cause I don't get no sleep at night, so I'ma just keep grinding till my people see the morning light. Feel like I'm Alexander's prodigy. Fuck your death threats, them niggas always talking honorary. The Pentagon the same, they trying to mold us in the pottery. But even if I die, my lyrics still a living history. You mean they treat us like we pawns and we listen cause we scared they ain't gon' beef with Genghis Khan? I'm higher than a dinosaur, she Oreo like Baltimore. I taught them what I know, that make me feel like I was Gryffindor. Get your game right, she hot, I call her sunlight. With lips like she's Brad's wife, I ask her cause a crash site. But that's the way it is, I guess I play protagonist. This shit will never change, I'ma go out with her. This may be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government is scheming. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go. I roll up, they say the city lights is feeling me. My girl, she super real, she think that ain't nobody cool as me. Flying in Pacifics, I'll be ripping till I'm gone. I sit back and blaze away like I'm Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, hip hop, I'm real talk. Hip hop, I'm real talk. Good luck, Jay Philly. Yeah.
Welcome to the new world.
You know we dig each and every single day. Thank you guys. Good show tonight. Thank you for showing up a little bit. Appreciate you. And tweet this one out. It was a good one. Lot of good coverage tonight, I do think so. Jerk myself a little. Have a good night, guys. One more rip. Good night.